Hello everybody, how are you today? It's going to be a hot and sweaty one in Kansas. I don't know about where you are. Hi, this is Anna Walker from Anna Walker Designs and StabThingsIntoExistence.com. Today we're going to talk about the different preparations of fiber and how you might find them if you're purchasing them. And we're also going to look at a cool tool to make it possible for you to open up and fluff up those fibers. So let me turn the camera down and we'll get started. Okay, so what we have here are some different fiber preparations. This is locks. This has been this fiber has been washed. After it was cut off the sheep, it was washed, it was dyed, and it enables you to be able to play with those curls in a design. Now you can open those fibers up, and I would recommend opening those fibers up whenever you use them, because since they haven't been opened up and fluffed out, as you open them, and you want to open them lengthwise here, you can get little bits of veggie matter and dirt that come out of them because it hasn't been opened up. And you would be amazed at the amount of veggie matter, or VM, that can hide in there. But even with that fluffed up, you can still see that you've got that gorgeous crimp that you can use in your felting design. So that's locks. And if you look closely, and I don't know if you can see it, let me grab another light here. I like my light, but it does not. See that little bit of dirt and debris? That came from opening up those locks. Let's see if we can, yeah, that dirt and debris right there, that came from just opening up that one little set of locks. And it just sort of falls out when you fluff it out side to side lengthwise. You don't want to fluff it this way because that'll pull and stretch that crimp out. That was my dog sneezing, no worries. But you can see just how much can fall out of there, just in that tiny little bit of, and there she goes again, just in that tiny little bit of locks. So that's one way you can find fiber. Another way you can find fiber is you can purchase it in rovings. Rovings are pieces of wool that have been, again, washed, sometimes dyed. This one's a pale yellow, and then they've been put through a drum carding machine. You saw mine the other day, but these are huge machines that card and pull out that wool and stretch it out so that all the wool is nice and stretched out and all the fibers are going in the same direction. So roving is another way that you would find fiber to be able to purchase. This is similar to the roving, only these are leftover pieces after the carding machine has pulled off the roving, and these are the little bits that are different lengths that didn't quite get pulled in, and you can get a good deal sometimes on these leftover pieces, these end pieces as it were. And this is a nice way for you to be able to get some dyed fiber. This is merino, so I got this dyed merino I think for about $8 a pound, which is a incredible price. But it does take a little bit of prep, and I'll get to that prep here in just a minute because I'm going to use one of my favorite tools. This is another form of fiber that you can purchase. Now, this is called a fiber bat. Now, remember I told you about the drum carding machines, and you saw me using the drum carder the other day? Well, this is what happens if you take off that entire piece all in one big chunk. The roving, they take off in strips, okay? But a bat has got everything that was on that roll, and you've got a nice piece that you can then use directly as it is, or these are perfect for creating cobweb felt scarves. because you take a bat that's got the fibers that have been blended and connected the way you want them to be, and then you stretch it out to a scarf length, and it looks very cobwebby. It's got some open areas, there might be some holes in some areas, but it's very, very translucent, and a bat is the best way to use that to make a cobweb felt scarf. But let's get back to this. These are the pieces that I bought to use in the kits that I sell, and this is called a Hackle. This, just a hair pick from the dollar store. The Hackle is the cool part. Now this is a double set of tines. They are sharp, but they won't draw blood. They're just going to be uncomfortable if you hit your knuckles on them. And what you do, particularly if you have something like this, you could even use this on the locks. What you do is you just run the fiber over, move that off to the side, and you just hook it on those tines. And we're not, we're just looking to get it hooked in those tines. This is how I use my Hackle. Now, the Hackle makes it easy for me to blend and open up a small amount of fiber as opposed to digging out my whole drum carder. I like using my drum carder, but sometimes I just don't want to go through the hassle of rolling, putting all that fiber on there and taking it off and cleaning off the rollers. Sometimes I just want a quick and easy way to open up the fibers so that I can get started felting. And the Hackle is a nice way to do that. So what I do is I load up the tines, and you can load it up the whole way, but I'm just pulling the tines in there. I'm getting them secured on those tines, as it were. Okay, and once I've got some fibers on the tines, that's when I take my little dollar store hair pick, and I just start combing those bits of fiber out. Now I'm going to comb it out from one side, and then I'm going to comb it out from the other side, and then I'll show you how I fluff the rest of the fibers up to make a little cloud. A cloud is another way that you can find fibers. Basically, it's fibers that have just been fluffed up. They've not gone through a drum carding machine. They might have gone through a Hackle like I'm doing here, but they've just been opened up, and the fibers are just fluffed up. And then once the ones that are stuck on the hair pick are full, I just take and I run the pick through it. I'm holding the fibers gently in my left hand, and I'm just picking the hair pick through here to open up those fibers a little bit further, focusing on the areas that still look like they're pretty tight. But that's how easy it is to make a fiber cloud. Then what we do, I've combed on both sides of the Hackle. I'm just going to lift off the rest of the fiber, and then I'm going to take a little bit at a time, and the same thing. I'm just going to continue to fluff those fibers up, because the center of those fibers was on the Hackle, and so they still need a little bit more fluffing, just like the ones that held on to the hair pick in the first place. And another fiber cloud. This is a very easy way that you can create a little bit of a lighter fiber preparation. You can also use the Hackle to blend a couple of colors together. It doesn't work to blend finely, but it works great to blend, kind of chunky. And then pulling the rest of this. And then we've got a beautiful little red fiber cloud here. Now, if you don't have a Hackle, you can create one. There are people that have made them out of just a piece of wood and then some nails sticking straight up. But this hair pick can work as a Hackle, and I'll show you. I am all about finding the inexpensive ways to make things work, because everybody doesn't have the ability to buy the expensive tools, and they do get expensive. So this is some of that fiber that hasn't been opened up, remember? And we strung it on the Hackle. Well, I'm doing basically the same thing with the hair pick here. And very quickly, we're going to be able to, just with this hair pick, turn these compressed fibers into a nice fluffy fiber cloud. And we're just picking through and picking through as many times as we need to get that cloud. And look, see? Can you tell which one was done on the Hackle and which one was done on the hair pick? I can't either. And hair pick is definitely a way to go. Yes, I broke off one of the tines, but you know what? I'm going to use it until it completely breaks, and then I'll put another one in. But there are easy ways and inexpensive ways to get tools to use for your fiber work. But now we've got this beautiful fiber cloud, and we can take it and we can then take small pieces if we're wanting to get those fibers going in the same direction, and just sort of finger comb them so that those fibers are going a little bit more the same direction. And then we can just continue to play with whatever we're felting today. And that's how easy it is to open up some fiber and to make it possible to start playing with your fiber. So that's what I got for today. I know, another short day, but you know what? I still have 70 kits to put together. I've got fiber prepped for it. I've been prepping fiber for the past 4 days, and now we're putting things together and getting them ready to mail out on Thursday again. So I will see you all tomorrow. It's good to talk to you. My hair's a mess. Maybe I should have looked in the camera before I went online. Anyway, it's a good day. Have a great day. I will talk to you tomorrow, and we'll talk about other things that you can do on the inexpensive to help you with your fiber prep. All right? Talk to you later. Bye.